Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, it's not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more. Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of Dandelion wine right around now. As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is but one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with. The trouble with long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got. Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. D. Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Add Astra. This realm is... If you ever... This realm is...
If you ever... that tickles.
Columbina? Huh, that's odd. Paimon's positive she heard Columbina's voice.
Yeah.
Ah!
Greetings.
Another jump scare? Not cool! If you were here, you should have just said so!
I thought that since you were already so familiar with this game, I should increase the difficulty this round.
Paimon's gonna get you next time, just you wait!
Great. I look forward to it. Oh, I guess the Kuhenki must have swiped it when we were playing earlier. I don't usually need to use my eyes, so the mask makes little difference. Let them play with it if they like.
Oh, on that note, don't you want to go out more often?
Yes, I have plenty of time now. I can go where I wish, when I wish. However, I was concerned that you might worry if you came looking for me, but found that I had left without saying goodbye.
Yeah, after all, we only need to know that you're okay.
I see. I will consider it then.
You'll only consider it?
Everything that has happened here, I find them to be happy memories. That said, I do have another reason for waiting for you here.
And what's that?
To give you a pleasant surprise.
Wow! This must be the place you were talking about, right? Paimon wasn't there last time, so she didn't get to see it. Can Paimon fly around and check it out?
Of course. If it pleases you, I could bring you back again someday.
So, this is the pleasant surprise then?
Oh? So this is enough to pass as a pleasant surprise in your eyes? No, the real surprise is yet to come. Come, let us paint.
Wait, here? But Paimon doesn't see canvas, brushes, or paints anywhere.
Oh, that's simple. The water's surface is our canvas, the moonlight our brushes, and the paths we take shall serve as the brushstrokes. With the moon's reflection to guide us, Pure thought shall flow beneath our feet. Yes, good. That's the way. Come, let us walk together a while. When the traveler advances, the moon walks by his side. There, it is finished.
Luonatar? It's really you? You're back! In the silvery flesh! Oh, Paimon thought she'd never see you again!
We used moonlight to trace this child's form, and I poured new power and new blessings therein, causing her to be reborn. She no longer needs to bear my spirit. Her will is hers alone.
She's flying over!
Yes, I have awakened all the memories of the time you spent together.
Paimon's so glad to have you back, Luonatar! She promises to be nicer to you from now on. Paimon wasn't expecting their surprise to be this pleasant. Paimon loves it!
It wasn't much. I, too, am glad to see her again. Go. You must miss them, surely. You're welcome to come back anytime. Now, I know how fond you are of them, but let's not cause them any trouble now, alright? Come back here to rest, should you find yourself tired from playing outside. Should I ask the Kuhenki to hold on to the eye mask for me?
cleansed! The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Smite the dust! A minor mishap.
Rest and read it, Flame. A new moon rises.
Smite the dust!
Hold the line.
Be cleansed! Lofty wisdom will show us the way!
Billowing surge.
I am the cutting edge of fashion! Without further ado!
Three moons converge.
The sky's clear, the glazed moon shines! Be cleansed! Lend me foolish and ignorant!
A new moon rises.
Delicate as silk!
Covenant of the deep. Allow me.
Lofty wisdom will show us the way! Smite the dust!
Hold the line. Flame.
Long ago, I descended from the heavens to Langan to act as an envoy, guiding the people of that nation towards a peaceful future. The people of Langan called me the god of soil and grain, believing that I blessed their nation with favorable weather and bountiful harvests. I indeed had some influence over the weather, but the bountiful harvests were entirely due to the hard work of the nation's people. How did I guide Langan? Not with any grandeur or majesty, that's for sure. Save for a few interventions to divine the future, ward off evil, and prevent disasters, I spent the majority of my time as a teacher. I taught children how to read and write, do arithmetic, and play music. In my spare time, I compiled and edited texts on matters of etiquette, music, and the like.
Rust and Revis! Surge. Moons converge. Drops of color. Scatter!
The sky clears, the glaze moon shines! Be cleansed!
Light the dust! Hold the line! Ha! Turn! Bring refuge!
Add Thank you for
As an Adeptus, I'm... As an Adeptus, I must fulfill my duty. The spirit returns to its dwelling. I see. The moon waxes and wanes.
Yume Mizuki
The White Horse. An old acquaintance, and one I haven't met in a very long time. One laments spring nights, how short they last, and autumn days that quickly pass. A steed that bolts and swiftly flees. A candle shivering in the breeze. Natlan's long history of struggle fueled its warriors to overcome the abyss and transcend fate to forge a new future. Behind this triumph stands a leader who wields both time and history as her weapons. With a level of strength that rivals the gods, she is impressive indeed.
The three goddesses bestowed their powers upon me, which converged into a force that is both dazzling and gentle. Through it, I can feel their attachment to this place, and I can sense the hopes and wishes they offered to this world in their final moments. I will inherit their moonlight and use it to illuminate the world beneath the moon, the place we all call home. Oh, we kept in touch until a short while ago. I asked her to recommend some books for me to read to the Kuhengi. She sent a whole lot and even gave me detailed explanations about the inspiration and setting for each one. I asked her when I might be able to read a book she had authored herself, but then I suddenly stopped hearing from her. Perhaps she went off to write one. If we cross paths during my journey, I'll be sure to say hello. The first time I sang in the gardens of Zapoliarni Palace, the Tsaritsa happened to pass by. She stood there, silent and motionless, like a statue with no expression carved onto the face. For a moment, I felt as if she wanted to say something to me, but she never did. She seals her emotions beneath thick sheets of ice. The outside world sees but one side of who she is, that of the Tsaritsa. If the answers I sought rest on the moon, perhaps hers lie buried in snow and ice. He's quite the opposite of his code name, and that seems to be intentional. Although he's known as the Jester, his tone is stern and serious, and he speaks in confusing riddles. The mask he wears depicts a grin that mocks the world, but he himself never smiles. Many respect him, but just as many fear him. Is that too confusing? Well, you see, creatures accustomed to living in darkness will never choose to get close to the light. It's too dangerous, for light would only lengthen their own shadow. There was a time when the doctor took care of me, even claiming to think of me as his sister. It was only later that I discovered, the closer you are to him, the more freely he uses you. What's a little discomfort among family? We endure for each other, surely. That's how he thought of things, and I could tell he meant it. But I didn't want to have to endure. Expectations like that, they took me back to my first home, and the eyes staring up at me from beneath the altar, so full of greed. The House of the Hearth is home to many children, and it can get quite noisy. The first time I heard them call Arlecchino father, I thought it was a rule that had to be followed there. So, the next time she passed by, I used that title as well. That's when I learned just how quiet the House of the Hearth could become. I can teach you to talk just like him. All you have to do is combine the words money, that darn pantalone, and mark my words. Here, I'll show you. Where's the money? Mark my words, I'm going to kill that darn pantalone. Or, that darn pantalone is going to cough up the money. Mark my words. See? Isn't that fascinating? I've heard he has a good relationship with his family. They go camping together and have barbecues by the lake. Sandrone says he's the harbinger who lives most like an ordinary person. I don't really understand ordinary people, but that kind of life sounds nice to me.
I'll leave that kind of thing to fate. Obsessing over something that's destined to be ever out of one's reach is just a waste of time. I have more important things to attend to at the moment.